What is up, guys? It's Scott with Neverhead back for another Metamaterials update, and today started out pretty freaking fantastic with a couple of huge buys up to a high of the day of 578, and then we had a nice little bull flag forming here-ish, and then we proceeded to skyrocket back down and then pretty much just consolidated the rest of the day. Let's see what the high RSI of the day was. All right, so when we hit 578, we had an RSI of 86.62, so definitely overbought there. Finished the day, let's see, up only 6 cents. We had a big sell-off right at the close, and then finished a little bit oversold, almost oversold, 36.11. But we are up 9 cents in after hours, so that is very nice. Oh my god, look at this gigantic buy. 562 is what we're looking at in the after hours. Let's see if they can show us the volume on this. 572, up 36 cents in the after hours. Somebody knows something here. This thing is shooting up. This is going pretty crazy right now. 564 right now, 62. So very high volume for the after hours trading right now. MACDs just a second ago looked pretty out of this world. Let's stay on this till the close of the candle. It's getting rejected, sold off, 549. Oh boy. All right, we better we better move on. Okay, so we are checking out the Ortex data right now. Looking like utilization is back down a little bit to 91.08. Current short interest down to only 28.59. We like to see that. All of the short interest is down almost double digits. All of the metrics. Cost to borrow down 17.89%. Days to cover down 8.7. Shares on loan is down to 41.83, down 11.47%. Free float on loan down to 18.08%. Estimated short interest of the free float down to 12.36%. So all of the numbers are looking like we're moving in a positive direction right now. Let's see what we got on Chart Exchange for the dark pool data, and we can even check out the short interest for Friday. All right, so for today we only had 7.38 million shares traded today. Another low volume day, so surprising that we could close green. Of that, 58% on the dark pool, 4 million even. Okay, so we don't have a ton of short volume reported for today, only 48,700 in total volume reported. So that's key here, reported. So they have not gotten that in yet. They've only got the NASDAQ, BX, and PHLX in. They haven't gotten anything else yet. But we can see for Friday, short interest was 59.76%. All right, let's check out those options. So Friday we had 5,000 more $6 calls come in. That is really the highest volume that I've seen for this. And for a little bit today, it looked like we had a really good chance. Yeah, we can see 14, almost 15,000 $6 calls right now sitting just out of the money. So things are going to be getting pretty wild this week with those options closing on Friday. Looks like we have the most open interest at $6, and then quite a bit at 10, quite a bit at 5, and a shockingly high amount at 18. All right, let's see what we got for short interest on Fintel. So we're looking at 3.33 days to cover. That keeps going up. I think we were in the high 2s by the end of last week. And the dark pool short volume, 55%. That is very high. And short squeeze score is going down Well, it's actually back up quite a bit. I think we late last week we were in the 50s. Now we are in the low 70s at almost 74 here. That's 127th place. Short shares availability has dropped quite a bit from Friday. We were as high as 1 million on 10/8, and actually we don't even have data for today. All they're showing us is 10/9, but we do have a borrow fee rate for today from 7 hours ago. We were all the way down to 4.37, and it looks like no new institutional buys. The last one was on Thursday, 10/7, from Pacifica Partners for 136,529 shares at a market value of 704K. All right, got a lot to get to today. This is an explanation on the MMATLP shares that I'm sure everyone has gotten, and there is a lot of confusion surrounding this. I've seen from a lot of people that they cannot buy these. They can only sell these on brokers like Schwab, and I believe the other one was Stash. And actually, I think someone had Stash sell their shares without their permission, so that is pretty fucked up. But I think so I've seen a lot of conflicting statements. One that is pretty interesting is now saying that anyone who holds the MMATLP shares will be entitled to the dividend. Whether or not that's true, it is too early to tell. The original stance was anyone who had bought shares as of the record date for the merger, which was on the 24th, and then the merger went through the 28th, they would be entitled to the dividend from the sale of Torchlight's assets, which it seems like they will be sizable. So I was also reading, let me see if I can find it, that Torchlight, the land that Torchlight owns, is sitting on 300 plus billion barrels of oil. So I would imagine that the land is going to be worth quite a bit. Okay, so this is the source on the Torchlight land. There it says 3.7 billion barrels of hydrocarbons from streetwisereports.com. So that could be quite the dividend. Well, this person's thinking $20+ in dividends easily. I think it could be, that's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. It could be anywhere from $15 to $30 in my opinion, just based on the value of that land is got to be hundreds of millions of dollars if they can extract 3.7 billion barrels of oil from the land. That would be worth quite a bit for an oil company. Back to the MMATLP. So this is going to be fairly long, so buckle up. As fully described in the definitive proxy filed in May 2021, the arrangement agreement between Torchlight and Meta provided that the combined company will use commercially reasonable efforts to sell the oil and gas assets prior to the asset sale expiration date of December 28th, 2021. Torchlight stockholders of record as of the Series A preferred record date received a dividend on a 1-for-1 basis of shares of Series A preferred stock. This Series A preferred stock was and is not expected to be listed on a securities exchange and will be administered by AST, the company's transfer agent. Holders of shares of Series A preferred stock may receive asset sale dividends from any asset sale transactions consummated prior to the asset sale expiration, and may also receive a spin-off dividend of any remaining assets that have not been sold in the asset sale transaction prior to the expiration date. The OTC market is not a securities exchange. It is only a trading market where brokers match buyers with sellers and is not as heavily regulated as an exchange, and so investors should be aware of the risks of trading in such a market. Meta did not request, has not been involved in, and did not initiate the trading of the Series A shares in the OTC market. As far as Meta is aware, the request was made by one or more brokers motivated by the desire to make a market in such shares, or a broker had to report a trade of the Series A shares under FIRNA rules. Now, this is the important part now that we got the long-winded, boring stuff out of the way. So, is the MMTLP stock in lieu of the dividend. No, the two are unrelated. The trading on the OTC has nothing to do with any dividend that may be declared or paid to the Series A preferred stockholders of the company. Whoever owns the Series A shares at the record date for the dividend will be entitled to receive it. How can this trading occur? Series A shares can be transferred so long as such transfer complies with securities laws and any other restrictions that may be applicable to you as a holder of Series A shares. The company has not imposed additional restrictions on the transfer of these shares, but you should consult your own legal advisor or broker to ensure any transfer of your own shares is made in compliance with any legal, contractual, or other obligations applicable to you. How is the price of Series A shares established? OTC market makers establish the price. Meta is not involved and in no way influences the price. And the last thing here, how are Series A shares delivered to new buyers? Your broker will coordinate with Meta's transfer agent. So this should answer a majority of your questions on the MMTLP issue here. So from what I've been reading, anyone who holds these shares is entitled to the dividend, which we saw from the revelation of TRCH, the oil land, sitting on over 3 billion barrels of oil. Potentially, I would definitely not sell those MMTLP shares anytime soon, or probably ever. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much going to do it for this one. So as always, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more updates on Metamaterials, as well as other stocks and tokens we like. And I thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next video.